Start.
Hello students, today we shall read the third tercet and the fourth tercet of the same poem, My Own True Family. Now I am reading the third tercet. They said, we are the oak trees and your own true family. We are chopped down, we are torn up, you do not blink an eye. Unless you make a promise now, you are going to die. Now, what are these trees, the oak trees, or the tribe, whom the speaker said in the second tercet, steering tribe, as I had mentioned in my earlier lecture. Who are these steering tribe? These people. Who are these people? These people, they are claiming that we are oak trees. So these people, they are actually the oak trees and your own true family. And he is making the speaker aware that they are the part of the speaker's own family. So they are the part of his family. We are chopped down. And what does the word chopped down mean? Chopped down means cutting. So we are chopped down. That means we are cut. And we are torn up. What does the word torn up mean? Torn up means, torn is the past participle of tear. That means they are being torn up. They are being sort of torn up and they are being chopped up, chopped down. You do not blink an eye. You do not blink an eye. That means you do not even look at us. You do not see us. That means you remain indifferent to all these things. So much torture is going on with the trees, on the trees. But the speaker, as a human representative, simply turning a blind eye to all these tortures that are taking place on nature and in nature. So the speaker is now being made aware of the torture that is unleashed on nature, on these plants, on the oak trees. And what are they saying? They're saying, unless you make a promise now you are going to die. So now they are issuing a warning to the human representative whom they have gripped, whom they have surrounded, to issue a warning for mankind. What is that? The warning is, unless you make a promise, that means he has to give a word to them. What is the word? What is the promise? Now you are going to die. So if the people, mankind, they do not stop torturing nature, then the human representative who is in nature right now, who are now being caught and surrounded by those tribes, by those oak trees, he is now going to die. That means he will now be sacrificed. That's why he has been sort of tied to a stake, as we had seen in the second tercet. He has been tied to a stake. Why? Because he is going to be sacrificed. Why? Because man is unleashing ruthless torture on nature. And that's why that human representative, the speaker of our poem, he has been surrounded and tied to a stake by the oak trees, by the quote-unquote steering tribe. Now, what does the other words mean in the same tercet? There are no other words in the same tercet. So, what are they saying? They are issuing a warning to him. Now, come to the fourth tercet. When does it begin? Where does it begin? It begins, whenever you see an oak tree felled, swear now you will plant two. What are they saying? They are saying, so their warning continues. What are they saying? They are saying, whenever you see an oak tree felled, swear now you will plant two. Now that's the warning. What are they saying? Whenever you see an oak tree felled, now what does the word felled mean? Felled means cut. When you see, or when you will see that a oak tree or any kind of a tree is being cut, swear. What does the word swear mean? Swear means taking oath. That means you should take oath. What oath does he or should he take? He should take the oath that now you will plant two. If one tree is cut, then he will plant two more trees. Unless you swear, that means if the speaker does not take that particular oath of planting two trees in place of one tree, if one tree is cut, the black oak bark will wrinkle over you. Now that's a dangerous proposition. What are they saying? They are saying that unless the speaker fulfills the promise, then the black oak bark, that means the bark of the oak trees, they'll wrinkle over you. Now, what does the word wrinkle mean? Wrinkle means nothing. Wrinkle is basically crease or fold that is a mark of old age. If there are wrinkles on our skin, that means we are growing old. So the oak trees, they are threatening the speaker of the poem that he will grow old. Why? Because the oak trees, they will surround him and they will now torture him and make him old, though he will not grow. He will only grow old. And that's the warning that these tribes, or the oak trees, they are sort of issuing a warning to the speaker. And root you among the oaks. So their punishment does not end there. What are they going to do? What else they are going to do? And root you among the oaks where you were born but never grew. That means the tribal people, they are not only going to torture him on his skin, or bodily or corporal torture or corporal punishment on the speaker, they are also going to do something else. What are they going to do? They are going to plant him or fix him under the ground, into the ground, among the oaks where the oak trees they grow, but oaks where you were born but never grew. Now, man in a sense is born in nature, so he will be there, he will be planted there like trees, he will be fixed there under the ground, but he will never grow. Now that will be a terrible condition for the speaker. Why? Because he will be alive, but there will be no growth. So he will be like a living dead person, one who lives but one who does not grow. So he will never have a growth. So for the speaker, it will be a dangerous condition. That's the threat that the oak trees, they're issuing, or the tribal people, they're issuing to the speaker. Now comes the last tercet. I am first explaining the literal meaning of the words, and then I will come to the poetic or inner meaning of the poem. This was my dream beneath the boughs. Now that's what the speaker is saying. This was my dream. So this is basically a dream. Beneath the boughs. Now what does the word beneath mean? Beneath means under. This is the poetic form of under. In poetry it's called beneath. Beneath the tree, beneath the boughs. Now what does the word bough means? Bough means poetic form of branches. That means branches of a tree. Beneath the boughs, the dream that altered me. What does the word alter means? Alter means changed. It is already given in the word nest in your book. That altered me, that changed me. When I came out of the oak wood, when I came out of that oak wood, oak wood, back to human company, when I came out of nature and came to the human company again, my work was the work of a human child. I was just like a child because age-wise I was like a human child, but my heart was a tree. That was an interesting expression. My heart was a tree. Now this is a poetic expression. I have to explain it later. But my heart was a tree. But his heart, what does it mean? That means the speaker's heart became a tree. Why he is saying that his heart was a tree? Probably he is saying this to indicate that his heart was green as a tree. That can be one literal meaning, but I think there can be several meanings or several interpretations of this particular line or clause. But my heart was a tree. What does it mean? Probably tree sort of replaced his heart. That means tree took its place in his heart. That means his heart became something like a tree. That means he felt great sort of feeling for tree, and that's why he's saying my heart was a tree. Now here ends the poem. Next I am going to explain it, the inner meaning of the poem. Thank you.